Welcome guys to another Eye of Terror battle report. We have another 1500 point match for you today. As you know, I'm your channel host Adam, and today I have with me
James.
And James has came all the way from Peterborough to come play me, eh?
Oh,
Peterborough, yeah. Ontario. So, and what are you playing today?
Playing Tau. Very shooty, no crew, so nothing to swing with.
Okay. I've only played Tau once, and I got like melted.
Yeah,
like, it broke me.
We'll see how that goes.
Spiritually. I was also using Space Wolves, not Genestealer Cult. So and that was in 7th edition too, where they were really, really good. Were they not?
I
haven't played.
My experience in 7th was limited, but they were very effective.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, so as you know, I'm going to continue playing with my Genestealers today. We're going to be playing the Scouring for our mission, which is basically you have 6 objectives on the board. All of them are worth 2 points, except for one inferior, which is worth 1, and one superior objective, which is worth 4. And surprise, surprise, we've already decided on our deployment zones, and that objective happens to be in your deployment zone.
Darn.
Shucks darn. I guess the Genestealers in that have to do what they do, which is get in your face.
Oh yeah.
So we'll show you the armies next. We'll show you the match, show you the board, then get right into the match from there. All right, guys, you have seen this army up against Curtis. Slightly different now, though, because the point costs have changed for my Genestealers, as well as icons. I don't automatically get the icons anymore, so nobody has an icon whatsoever. I know he is modeled with one, but he doesn't actually get one because it costs 20 points a piece. So starting off over here, we got the Brood Brother detachment, which is basically an Astra Militarum detachment. So I have Tempestor Prime, or Tempestus Prime over here, and he is equipped with Plasma Pistol and Power Sword. I have 10 Scions behind him, 4 with Plasma Guns. The rest have the Hotshot Las Guns, and then my leader has a Bolt Pistol and Power Sword. And I got the Valkyrie with 2 Heavy Bolters, Las Cannon, and Hellstrike Missiles. Going into my Genestealer Cult detachment now. It is a battalion detachment, so I get 6 command points. I have a squad of Neophytes, 10 man, 2 grenade launchers, knocking a guy around, heavy stubber, mining laser, then the rest, including the leader, has auto guns and auto pistols. I know he's not equipped that way, but again, points have changed, so he was able to play with it a little bit. Over here is my second Neophyte and troop choice. This squad basically has mining laser, a heavy stubber, and then everybody else is what they are. So mining pick, bolt pistol, then auto guns and auto pistols. I got a Lehman Russ, 2 heavy bolters, battle cannon, las cannon. I got my Primus, then my Patriarch, which is my HQ with the leadership ability for his Warlord trait. I can't remember what it's called, but that's all right. 12-man squad of Genestealers. They're now 15 points instead of 18, which the last time I played them at 18 points, and I was wrong there too because the FAQ had them at 10 at the time, so I was way off on points, but that's quite okay. I got a 10-man squad of Acolytes over here. I'm just going to move that out of the way. The Acolytes are what you see, so Bone Sword, Lash Whip, 3 Rock Saws, and then I have the Rock Cutter back there. So the new thing with the Rock Cutter, they now get a -1 to hit, sort of like the Power Fists and Thunder Hammers for the Space Marine units. Everybody else has the Cultist Blades, the Auto Pistols, and the Rending Claws. Then lastly, my second group of Genestealers, 10-man strong, and again, also 15 points now instead of 18. Yay! Well, I'll show you next the Tau that these guys are going up against.
Stand over there, or just I'll point as I'm going.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, so this here is 1,500 points of the Tau. James, why don't you walk us through what you got?
Okay, well, I have a battalion detachment, so that'll give me 6 command points.
All right.
With 2 HQs. This one here being, they're both Cadre Fireblades.
Okay.
He will be my Warlord, which he actually has the same trait, inspiring leadership.
I rolled a 3, James rolled a 4 for them, so...
Worked out the same. So he will actually be the Warlord. They both have accompanying drones, a marker drone and a shield drone each.
Okay, so the shield drone gives them a
4 up invul.
And it's a different unit, technically, but deployed at the same time.
They deploy at the same time, but they can separate. Yes. I have 3 troop choices, which are Fire Warriors, and Fire Warriors.
So these 2 at the end are the Fire Warriors.
Yeah. And then these guys here as well.
Yeah.
So there are 3 squadrons of 8.
Okay.
They are just armed with their regular pulse rifles.
Yeah.
With 4 up armor saves. photon grenades, and I think that's all they have.
Nice.
Then I have a fast attack of 5 Pathfinders with 2
there.
shield drones attached.
Okay.
They have marker lights, pulse carbines, and I believe that's it for them.
Okay.
Then I have 2 units of elites, a 3-man crisis suit team armed with plasma rifles, shield generators, and missile pods. A 5-man stealth suit team armed with burst cannons and shields.
Nice.
Then I have 3 heavy units with 2 hammerheads who have railguns and 4 pulse carbines each.
Yep.
And then a 2 broadside unit with 2 heavy, each with a heavy rail rifle, 2 smart missile systems, and shields.
Lots of shooting.
Oh yeah.
I gotta withstand this firepower. That's gonna be insane. I did forget to mention my patriarch for my psychic power for him is actually going to be what is it called? Mind control. So that way I can take control of something and make James shoot himself. Yes. So we'll do deployment next. We'll show you that and then get right into the match. All right, guys, I lied. Actually, I'm going to come back and show you the board here. So it is on the 4x6 Urban District map that I use for my 40k. So we set up the 6 different objectives. So we got objective 3 back here, which is in my deployment zone. We got the inferior objective 1 there, which is the Eye of Sauron die. We got objective 5 over there, objective 4 over there, which is the superior objective worth 4 victory points. 6 is by those crates, and 2 is back there. All right, guys, so we just finished deployment, so I'm just going to start off showing you where I deployed all these guys. So the Prime and the Scions here, they're in the Valkyrie, so they're not actually in reserves, they're actually deployed in a vehicle. The Primus, Patriarch, both Genestealer Cults, and the Acolytes, those guys are all in reserves to use Cult Ambush. Over here, we got the Leman Russ behind the barricade, 1 unit of Neophytes all along that barricade, within 3 inches of that objective, and then this unit here within that sort of area, and then the Valkyrie there with all my guys. So I'll show you that James deployment next. All right, James, what are you deploying and where?
Okay, so I have the broadsides up here, so they have a nice wide field of fire with their heavy guns.
Absolutely.
And then I have a hammerhead to kind of oversee and fire support, essentially.
Yeah.
Stealth suits infiltrated
up there
into here.
Okay.
The Pathfinders vanguarded forward, so they could again pick targets for other enemies.
Yep.
I have one of my cadres kind of falling behind to direct everything.
Okay.
And that allows their ability to affect more.
Okay.
Fire warriors and fire warriors, again, more fire support and oversight. Another cadre here, again, affect a couple of units.
Absolutely.
More fire warriors. Again, hammerhead, more fire support. And then the crisis suits over here.
That's awesome. So I finished deploying first, so I'll be getting to go first unless James can seize the initiative on a 6.
Nope.
No, he does not. Turn 1 Genestealer's coming up next. All right, guys. During my movement phase, I'm deciding to deploy some of my guys here. So I'm going to start off with the Primus, and he's going to be attached with these Genestealers here. So he gets to roll a d6 on the Cult Ambush chart. It's a 1. I get a free re-roll with the Primus, so let's re-roll that and hope for a 2. So I pick 2 sides, and then James gets to roll. So we'll see what happens there. All right, guys, so for the Genestealers and the Primus, I've picked this short table edge to be 1 to 3, and the back long edge to be 4, 5, 6. So here's a roll from James.
I'm hoping for high.
I'm hoping. Damn. 1 to 3, right here. Next up, I'm roll. Actually, hold on before I roll for the next guy. So these guys were set up 9 inches just outside of those. Next up is the Acolytes. I'll be rolling for them. So 4. So I can set them up within 9 inches of somebody. And the Acolytes get set up right there, just outside 9 inches of those guys. Next up is going to be the Patriarch. I'm hoping for something good. That's a 3. I'm going to spend my first command point. Come on, good. That's a 1. Wow. Same thing? Same 2 sides? You're choosing those 2 sides, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So low this side, high the back, or what are you... Yeah?
We'll do the same. 1 to 3. 4
okay.
to 6.
I roll this one if you're choosing the sides. So.
Oh, right. Okay.
So 1 to 3. So this table edge here. And so the Patriarch and the other 12 Genestealers get set up back here. Boo, because I couldn't set up any closer to those guys. Alright, the end of my movement phase, so the Valkyrie over here moved up 20 inches, then those guys disembarked 3, remaining outside of 9, and then moving their 6 inches as part of the movement phase. The Acolytes moved just outside 9 of these guys, and Neophytes moved up. These 2 stayed still because they're firing heavy weapons. This Neophyte squad right down here stayed stationary and within the objective. Lehman Russ stayed stationary. The Primus and the Patriarch and all the Genestealers are up on that side. And that is that. We'll come back with my Psychic phase next. Starting the Psychic phase with Patriarch. Those guys are within 12 inches of him, so I'm going to use Mind Control on them. I need to roll 6 or higher, and he can't deny this. Alright, there we go. There's an 8. So it goes off. I now need to make a leadership test up against those guys on 3d6. Their leadership is 7, you said, James? A whole whopping 7. Here we go. Let's see if I can get over 7 on 3 dice. Alright, that is a 10, so I get to make them shoot at a target. Alright, so these guys here are going to be firing into these fire warriors. I'm going to try getting first blood with it. So they are within rapid fire range of these guys. So you have plasma shots with them.
Yep.
And so they're 2 shots apiece while being within rapid fire range. Yes. And they're strength 6 minus 1 AP.
Minus 3 AP.
Minus 3 AP. And these guys hit on 4 plus.
Yes.
Here we go. 4 plus. Bow. Alright, going to the missile pods. 4 plus. There we go. And wounding on 2s.
Yep.
Alright, minus 1, so you got 4 wounds there. I was really hoping for more.
Needing 5 up.
Yes.
Because of minus 1 AP.
Oh my goodness.
1 dies.
1 dies.
Out of all of that.
Wow. Next, I'm going to use my Familiar ability, which allows me to use a second Psychic power once a game after successfully casting a power. So I'm going to try smiting the closest enemy model, which happens to be those guys. So, 5 up. Make it so they get D3. So 3 wounds. Immortal. They're mortal wounds. So there are no saves whatsoever, so 1 guy dies. Now that the Psychic phase is over, I'm going into my shooting phase. So the Primus here is going to shoot one of those guys. Hitting on 3s. Hits. Okay. Wounding on 2s. It's a wound. Minus nothing to your save.
What was the strength?
It's like poison 2 plus, basically.
So
just your regular save.
So it'll be the 3 up armor.
Yep. And he makes it. Next, moving on to these guys over here. These Neophytes are going to shoot into those guys there with their auto guns. So I have 7 guys that are in range of auto guns. Hitting on 5s. Normally it'd be 4s, but because I got a minus 1, because you have a shadow field or something like that?
Camouflage field.
Camouflage. So 2 hits.
2 hits.
4s to wound. 1 wound.
1 wound.
It's a 2 up save.
2 up.
Woo! There's a 6. Next up from this unit, heavy stubber into those guys. Hitting on 5s. So 1, wounding on 3s, so there's a wound, regular save, so 2 up. There's a 1 dead!
2 wounds?
My bad, 1 has 1 wound because they're 2 wounds apiece. Mining Laser will be up next, hitting on 5s, it's a 3, so nothing. This squad over here has 2 frag grenade launchers because they're only toughness 3, so I'll use the frag grenades, so they get D6 shots apiece. So that's a whole whopping 4 shots from them. So we'll roll those. Hitting on 5s. Here we go. All right, so 2.
Okay.
And then I got to wound you on 4 plus. So both wounds. Right, 2 up save. Yep. And you're good. Next up from this squad are the 6 auto gun shots. Hitting on 5s. 2.
Okay.
And then wounding on 4s. So 2 wounds. 2 up save. You're good. Heavy stubber from that squad. Hitting on 5s, so 2. And wounding on 3s, so nothing. And then Mining Laser. It's a hit, needing 2s to wound. And you have minus 6, so you're invulnerable save here. Moving on to this unit here, I have 8 guys within 12 inches of that unit there to hit with their auto pistols, so hitting on 5s. And so that's not a lot. I got 3 hits in total, which is all right, I guess. Wounding on 4s, so nothing. Going over here to the unit of Scions, they are under the order of taking, which allows me to reroll ones. The 4 plasma rifles are going to overcharge and fire into, what is this thing called? Hammerhead. And the other 6 guys are within rapid fire range of those fire warriors there. So we're going to start off with the 8 shots with a plasma rifle. These guys here hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of take aim. So 1 miss, 1 re-roll, which hits. So 7 hits, wounding on 3s. That is 5 wounds with -3 to your saves, so 6 up saves. Alright, you make 1, so you take 8 wounds to that hammerhead. Wow. The rest of the Scions there, firing into the fire warriors here, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s with their rapid fire hotshot las guns. There's 2 1s, 1 miss, so re-roll those. So 2 more hits. Wounding on 4s and -2 AP. Alright. So you have 4 saves to make on these guys. -2 AP.
4 saves?
4 saves.
Well, I'm going to go with my saving dice then.
Your saving dice. The black ones that are rolling well. So 6 ups. Yep. Alright, so 3 guys are dead.
Yep.
Next, the bolt gun into the fire warriors as well. Hits. 3s to wound. It's a wound. Needing a save.
Just a regular save?
Yep. Dice down. Dice down.
Nope.
And that fire warrior goes down there. Going into the prime here, he's going to be using his plasma rifle up against the regular shot into those guys.
Oh,
that's strength 7.
You're firing
into that. Yeah, strength 7. Hitting on 3s. So it's not overcharged. So hits on a 6. Wounding on a 4. Does not wound. Gonna shoot with a Valkyrie next. Its heavy bolters are going to go into the shield drones and the Hellstrike missile and las cannon into that damaged hammerhead there. Starting off with the heavy bolters into the shield drones, hitting on 5s because it's heavy and I moved. I get 1. Yay! And wounding on 3s, -1 to your save.
So they get the shield, correct?
Whatever their save is, I don't know. Well, if it's invulnerable, then yeah, they get
the shield would be the shield itself would be an invul. Okay. But it gets a 4+ otherwise.
Okay, so it would get whatever. Yeah. You make it. Las cannon going into the hammerhead, hitting on 5s. It hits, wounding on 3s. Does not wound, but I'm going to use a second command point to hopefully wounds. So -3 to your save, 6 up. Nope. No. So D6 damage to that guy.
Roll low.
Come on. 3.
So he's up to 11.
11 out of 13, which puts you in your first damage bracket now, right?
Yes.
Woo!
I'm into the last.
Hellstrike missile into the hammerhead now. Let's see if I can actually get it out of here. Hitting on 5s. No.
Yet they're -1 to be hit.
Going with Lehman Russ next, I'm going to do the heavy bolters into the stealth suits here, and the las cannon and the battle cannon into the injured hammerhead there. So, I'm going to start off with 6 shots up against the stealth suits. I need 5s to hit you because of the camouflage stuff. So I get 2 hits.
Okay, and they are toughness 4.
Alright, so I need 3s to wound. 1 wound. -1 save.
-1 AP, so 4 up regardless.
And you're good. Battle cannon now shooting all the way over into the hammerhead, which it can see. Gets D6 shots with his battle cannon. So 5 shots, which is good. Hitting on 4s. 2 misses. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound. -2 AP, so you're 5 up. And you fail. It does 2 damage to the hammerhead. Actually, D3 damage. Sorry, my bad. D3 damage, which it's 3 damage.
So it will die.
Does it blow up, though, is the question. We'll find out. Let's see if this vehicle explodes or not. No. It's a 5. That 6 is right there. Come on now. All right, with the end of the shooting phase and first blood for the Genestealers, I'm going to move the Acolytes, or try to charge the Acolytes into the stealth suits. So we need a roll of a 9. Here we go. That's a 4. That's not happening. You do get your Overwatch, though.
Okay.
Here's the 20 shots from the stealth suits. Hitting on 6s. Gonna roll this twice, so 10. So no hits there. And then here it is, second time. I see 3 6s. And now you need to wound on 3s with those guys because it's strength 5 versus my toughness. So 1 wound. No AP on this, you said?
No AP.
All right, so 5+. Here we go. Actually, 4+ because I'm within the inch of cover.
Yep.
So he's good.
He's good.
All right, these guys here, they are needing to take a morale test at the end of the phase. So on a 1 or 2, it's nothing because he lost 4 and they have leadership 6. And on a 6, you automatically succeed?
Yes, for bonding knife ritual.
All right. There's this automatic succeed. You roll hot. All right, James, why don't you walk us through what you started moving with your guys here?
Okay. I moved these guys over kind of out of the way, but allowed them to have a shot over in the Valkyrie.
Right there.
I scooched up a Cadre Fireblade so we can move his ability with him. Scooching up these Fire Warriors so they have some shots over here.
Yep, into those Genestealers on the side. The mass horde of Genestealers coming out of the sewers.
And these guys kind of fell back just a little bit to make them a little harder to get at.
Okay.
If they were charged, nothing else actually moved.
All right, that is that. So we'll come back with his shooting phase because he has no psychic phase with this army. Starting off here with these guys, what are you going to do with them?
I'm going to fire marker lights. They're all firing marker lights into the Valkyrie, needing a 5 up to tag it.
Yep, because it's hard to hit. All right, so 1.
1 hits. So
going over here to this, this is your Warlord actually, is it not?
Yep.
And the marker drone?
There's a marker drone.
Okay.
So I will roll the black die for the marker drone.
Okay.
And the yellow die for the Cadre Fireblade.
And they're both hitting, or trying to hit that with their marker lights, correct?
The yellow needs a 5 up.
Okay.
And the black needs a 6 up.
All right, here we go. Neither one hits.
Neither one hits.
1 and a 3. Same thing over here. The marker drone and the Cadre are both going to try tagging that with the marker lights.
So again, black needs 6 up.
Yep.
Yellow needs 5 up.
All right. Neither one. Again, 3 to 1.
Yep.
Starting with that unit there, the stealth suits, correct?
Stealth suits, correct.
I'm learning their names. Here we go. What are you going to do with them?
They're going to fire their burst cannons, which each cannon is assault 4. And they will be firing everything into the Valkyrie.
Into the Valkyrie.
So that's going to be 20 shots.
Oh.
We will go 10 and 10 again.
Yep, like we did last time.
Yep, and because of the 1 marker light, it gets to re-roll.
We'll just roll in this area, I guess. There's a gap there.
They get to re-roll into, and we'll take that one out of there. They get the re-roll 1s because of the marker light.
Yep. Hitting on...
Be 5+ because of the -1 to hit.
Okay. So you get to re-roll your 1s, and you got 3 of them. And you have 1 hit so far. All right, nothing except for that 1.
Yeah, so he gets in there, and I got 10 more shots.
Okay. So it's 5+, correct?
It's 5+,
yep.
Yeah. Re-rolling 1s. So we'll get that out of there. And
yeah, and you got a 5 there.
And that goes over there, and I get to re-roll those.
Yep. Nothing. So 4 hits. Now you need 5 to wound because I'm toughness 7. And 1 wound. And so, I should have brought a dice with me, but I didn't. I have a 3+ armor save. This has no AP, correct?
No AP.
All right, here we go. 3+. And I get a 2, so I take a wound. Woo!
Yeah, it's only 1 damage.
All right, so I just had James explain this to me. I guess this guy gives everybody within 6 inches of him a +1...
+1 shot.
+1 shot when they're within half range. So these guys...
rapid fire plus 3. A shot each.
Yeah, so 3 shots per... These guys, 12 shots into the marker lights, hitting on 5s, I'm assuming, again?
Yeah, because their ballistic is 4+.
Okay.
So they will hit on 5s.
Re-rolling 1s.
Re-rolling 1s because of the marker light.
Yeah.
I call it death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yes. I see some 5s and 6s in there. You got 5 hits, sorry.
And
We're re-rolling the 1s. There's another 1, so 6 hits in total.
6 hits, strength 5, so
5s again. All right, so 1. Here we go. Let's see if I can save it. 3+. We make it.
There you go.
Same thing with this unit. You're going to be firing into the Valkyrie. 10 shots, hitting on 5s, re-rolling 1s.
And that's because only 1 guy was in
Rapid fire range. Yeah. Still better than none.
Oh, yeah.
Need 5s and 6s, and you got 4 there by the looks of it?
Yeah. And
re-rolling 1s. Yeah, so 4 hits, 4, now 5s to wounds. So I see 2. Need 2 3-up saves. Here we go. Make 1. So we're down to 12 wounds on the Valkyrie. These guys are up next, James. You're going to be doing what with them?
The rail rifles are going to fire into the Valkyrie.
Into that guy.
And then they also have 4 smart missiles, which are assault 4 each.
They both have 4.
They both have. They get 2 smart missile systems each.
Okay.
And they're assault 4 per system.
So you have 8 shots per guy, is what you're saying. So 16
essentially.
16 shots.
Into these guys.
Into those guys. Wow.
I'm just going to double check one.
We're going to start off with the rail rifles there first. They're strength 8, heavy 2, -4 save, d6 damage apiece. And if you roll a 6.
Roll a 6 onto wound, it does a mortal wound.
So he has 4 shots with those, needing 5s, re-rolling 1s.
All 4 hit.
Oh. All right, rolling the wounds, 3+.
3+ with a 6 giving it a mortal.
Yeah.
Only 1 wounds for d6 damage.
So d6 damage. I don't get a save because it's -4. So 4 more damage, which puts him down to 8. It has 8 wounds left, which is insane, and I am. My heart is racing. My blood has quickened a little bit with that first roll. Then when you roll the wound, I'm sigh of relief. Moving on to the assault ones.
Or
the missiles,
which are heavy 4 apiece, but there's 4 of them, so it's heavy 16 essentially.
So it's 16 shots. Yeah.
Being 5 to hit.
Nope.
Oh no,
4
only
to
4
hit.
hits. So yes.
4 to hit on those guys. Which you hit on the majority of them by the looks of it. A few saves there, or fails, but that's it. That was really good rolling. There was a 4 in there. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
And then you need 3 wounds.
Yeah, they're strength 5.
Yeah, I'm only toughness 3. All my guys, for the most part, except for my Genestealers, toughness 3. All right, so I see. Oh, that's not bad.
5
all right,
wounds.
5 wounds. I get my barrier bonus there. So 3 up save. All right, so 2 guys die. Next off for James in the shooting phase are these guys here.
Yep, they're going to be firing their missile pods at the Valkyrie.
Okay.
They're assault 2 each, so that's 4 shots.
All right.
Strength 7, -1 AP. D3 damage if they hit. If they wound.
Yep. All right, so you need 5s to hit, so now you need 4s to wound. All right, 1 wound. And -1. Okay, sorry. And I make it 5+. Woo! All right, James, these guys are up next for you. What are you doing with them?
They are going to fire their pulse rifles in rapid fire mode at the Genestealers.
Okay.
And since they are within 6 inches of a Kadu Fireblade, they get 1 additional shot each for a total of 21 shots at strength 5.
All right, and hitting on 4. So we're going to do 10, roll of 10 or 11, and then
10 and 11.
So
First 10.
hitting on 4s. All right, so I see a couple of misses. There's another 3 there, and that's cock, so I'd re-roll that one. So it's a hit. So 5 hits from the first one. And then 11. And 3 more, so 8 hits in total.
8 hits in total at strength 5.
So you need 3s to wound, and then I get my 5 up saves, invulnerable saves. So 3s to wound. All right, so that is 5 saves I need to make for my Genestealers. All right, here we go. 5 up saves, Genestealers. Can we do it? I think they can. Well, they did 2. That's not bad. Not bad. I'll just pull them off from the back here, so that way we are keeping them separate. Going with the Hammerhead next. James, you're targeting the Lehman Russ all the way over there.
With its rail cannon, because it's the only thing that really has a shot.
Okay, and it's heavy what?
It's heavy 1.
Okay.
Does strength 10, AP -4, D6 damage, but does D3 mortal wounds on a 6+ wound roll.
All right, so 4+ to hit?
3, actually, because, oh no, he's undamaged, so 3+.
3+. It hits. Now you need to roll a wound.
Which is 3+.
Yeah. Wounds. So I get -4, but I am in cover there with the pipes, so I get a 6 up save. Come on, 6! That's cocked, I would think. He's gonna put it.
Oh.
That is a 6, and he does save it. No other. James has no other shooting with his guys, so I need to make a leadership test. The Genestealers over here automatically pass because the Patriarch is within 6 inches of them. Over here, these guys have a leadership 7. They lost 2, so I'm hoping for 5 or less. It's a 1, so they're good. All right, at the end of my round 2 movement phase, the Acolytes have moved up and they're with just outside 3 inches of the stealth suits. The Neophytes have moved up behind. The Scions and Prime just sort of filled in the ranks of the barricades. Valkyrie moved over this way, did his 20-inch movement. And then this squad of Genestealers, that Patriarch, they advanced 9 inches both and are just up beside here. These guys actually don't have a line of sight to the Genestealers. They do to the Patriarch. And these guys advanced 13 inches. Primus just moved regularly. So, Leman Russ and the Neophytes in the back corner there, they did not move at all. So we'll come back with the Psychic Phase next. Psychic Phase for the Patriarch here is going to try to do mind control on those guys. So we need a 6 or higher. Goes off with an 11. So close to a Perils. I did not like that. I need to make, what's 7 on 3d6. There we go. We got it. We drastically got it with a 15. So these guys here are going to shoot all their shots into eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm not sure. I think I really want those guys to go.
Okay.
All right. So starting off with the plasma shots, and that I have 4 of them hitting on 4s. Correct?
Yes.
So here we go. I didn't roll well last time, so let's hopefully we roll better this time. All right, there's 3. I'll take it. And then wounding on 2s. Come on. Double 1 on the wound and a 6. So one guy is vaped.
Yep, because he cannot make a save.
That's right. And then I have 4 of the missile shots. Hitting on 4s, so 3. Now wounding on
2 up.
2 up. They all wound. All 3 of them.
-1, so
5 up save.
3 hits.
Yep.
5 up saves.
All right. 2 more guys die right there. All right, moving from the Psychic Phase into my shooting phase. First off, my prime here is going to give these guys the order of take aim, which again allows me to re-roll those ones. I'm also going to fire everything, including the hot shots, las guns, into those guys there. So I have 8 plasma rifle or plasma gun shots, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. They are supercharging, I should say that. So 2 re-rolls. So no 1s rolled. I have 6 hits with those. Now I need to roll the wound. I need 3s to wound. All right, I roll 1 wound out of all of that with a -3 to your save. So 1 wound.
4 up involved.
Yeah, and he makes it. Here's my 6 shots for my hot shot las guns, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. So 1 miss plus 1 re-roll. So, and then hitting on or wounding on 5s. All right, so 1 save, -2 to your armor, so 4 up save, I'm assuming?
Yeah, 4 up regardless.
And 1 wound. Next, bolt gun, shooting into him. Misses. Scion here shooting his plasma pistol into those guys, firing it normally. So hits, wounding on a 3. Nothing. All right, these guys did move, so what I'm going to do for these guys this round, the mining laser and the 2 grenade launchers are both in range of the broadsides. So I'm going to do 2 crack grenades and the mining laser into them, then everything else is going to fire into the stealth suit. So black dice is going to be the mining laser, green dice are going to be the crack grenades. So let's see what I do. So black will hit on 5s, the other 2 on 4s. Nothing at all. All right, the other 6 guys here are rapid firing their auto guns into the stealth suits. I need 5s to hit because they're camouflage. So 6s, so 5 hits. Now I need 5s to wound. So here we go. Come on, give me some 5s. All right, so 2, but you get your 2 up save because of being in the ruin. So they both make it. Got the heavy stubber will be firing next in stealth suits, needing 5s. 2 hits. That's not bad. And your strength or toughness 4, strength 4, so needing 4, so 1 wound, 2 up save, and you're fine. This unit of neophytes here is going to shoot everything into the stealth suits there. So I have the heavy stubber in the squad, hitting on 5, so 1 hit, wounding on 4s, nothing. I have the mining laser, which misses. And then I have the rest of the 8 guys with the, 7 guys with the auto guns. All right, 7 auto gun shots into them, hitting on 5s. And I got, that's actually really good. That's 5. Look at that, there's 7 shots. And wounding on 5s. So that is 2 wounds. Doesn't matter.
We'll do it here now, since you're already over here.
They both save. Next, the acolytes here are going to be firing their auto pistols into them, hitting on 5s. I see 3. Wounding on 5s for 1.
Okay. Sorry.
And hey, somebody else takes another wound. You already got a wounded guy there.
Yep.
So he's dead. Woohoo! Alright, firing next with the Valkyrie. I'm going to do my heavy bolters into the Fire Warriors in the ruins, and then my las cannon and my Hellstrike missile into the hammerhead over there. So here's the heavy bolters, needing 5s to hit. So 2 hits.
Okay.
And how many wounds? No wounds, because I rolled a double 1. And then this is going to be the Hellstrike missile, and that's going to be the las cannon. Needing 5s, nothing. Alright, the Cult Lehman Rust next. Going to do its heavy bolters into those guys, and then everything else into the hammer hand over there. So I have 6 shots with the heavy bolters and the stealth suits, hitting on 5s. That's a lovely little ability today, tell you that. 1 hit, wounding on 3s, -1 AC, AP, so save of 3+.
Yeah, so it just negates my cover.
Yeah. And you make it. Here's how many shots into the battle cannon does into the hammerhead. Does D6, so 1. I'm going to use a command point, re-roll that. So 5. I like that. Hitting on 4s. Here we go. Alright, so 4 hits.
Okay.
Wounding on 3s. -2 to your save for any wounds. So 3 wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 wounds.
So 5 up.
And you may fail 2, so it does D3 damage apiece for a whole whopping total of 3 damage to the hammerhead. Lascannon's going to fire from that to the hammerhead as well, hitting on 4s, hits, wounding on 3s, wounds, -3 to your save
On
the hammerhead. So takes D6 damage. 3 more damage. Woohoo! Starting over here, the Acolytes are going to charge into the stealth suit, so you get your Overwatch with them. Right, so we have 16 shots from Fire Warriors Overwatching. We're going to roll it 2 8s, 2 rolls of 8 dice at a time.
6 ahead.
6s. I see 2.
So 2 hit.
Yeah.
And we'll do the other 8.
2 more. So 4 hits.
Strength of 5.
Yeah, so you need 3s to wound. So 2 wounds, 2 5-up saves. No, fail both, so 2 guys die. Alright, here's the roll to see how far these guys get in. And they get in 5 inches, so they are in on these stealth suits. And their charge movement like so. Alright, so this first unit is Genestealers are going to be charging into those guys that they don't have a line of sight on.
Right.
So they get no Overwatch.
They do not. Correct.
So, 2d6 inches. Let's see if I can get them in. 7 inches, they are definitely in because I needed 4 or more. So these guys here are going to assist with the Overwatch on the Genestealers here. So you have a whole bunch of shots coming at me. Hit on 6s. Wow. That's 6 6s.
Strength 5.
Alright, winning on 3s. And so 4 5-up saves. Alright, so 3 more guys die. So I'll just take them off, obviously, from the back. Over here, well, I should say, first off, these guys ended their charge like so. Over here, I'm going to try my Patriarch into those guys as well, because I really want them dead. And so I have 9 inches, which is way more than enough to get them in. Okay. This massive Genestealer is going to charge into those Fire Warriors there. 7 inches, which is enough to get them in. And those Genestealers sort of ended up over here, and he's just tucked in the back. So that's one squad, those 5 on those guys, and that's the other squad. Primus can't get in on anybody because they're too far away. Alright, starting off combats now, because all my guys that I wanted to charge has charged. I'm going to start off with Patriarch. He has 6 attacks in total, hitting on 2s. And he gets a +1 from his own aura ability, because he is technically has a keyword Genestealer, Pure Strain Genestealer, I should say. So still hitting on 2, so because 1s are auto fails. So there's 1. What's the toughness of these guys?
Toughness 5.
Alright, so we need 3s to wound, but because monsters Rending Claws, I get to reroll failed wounds, and they do D3 damage apiece. 6s give you -6 to your AP.
Yeah, 4 up in both.
Okay. Alright, so 4 saves, please, sir. I just got to double check the AP on it. These guys here have 4 4-up saves that they need to make. And so they make all but one. So it does D3 damage. So 1 damage to one of those guys. I also have a familiar attacking into these two guys. Both hits. And wounding on 5s. 1 wound, regular AP.
3 up.
And he makes it. Next, the Genestealers are going to pile in, and just I'm just going to shuffle them down. Shuffle all of them down. Patriarchs going next after they pile in, and they are hitting on the 2+. So that's 12 hits. Wounding on 5s. 6s give you -3, but you get your 4 up. And technically you get 4 up on all of these, so wounding on 5s. So 1, 2, 4 saves to make, kind sir. 4 saves to make. Alright, so 1 gets through, so that's another damage onto that guy, putting him down to 2 wounds. These guys are now going to pile in. They're 3 inches, so we'll just get these guys starting to be surrounded completely. And he's going to come down this way. Alright, and they pile in like so. I do have technically 1 guy that is not in range over here of anybody that is in range of combat. So it's technically 44 attacks, not 48. Okay. So I'm going to break this down into rolls of 12, 12, 12, and 8. So here's first 12. Hitting on 2s. All hit.
Okay, so that's 12 hits. Second roll.
So that's 9 more.
So 21 hits.
Yeah.
Roll 3.
That's 10 more.
31 hits.
Yeah. And now
last
8.
roll of 8.
Alright. So that's 5 more.
36 hits.
36 hits. Alright, so we're going to do this 12, 12, and 12 for wounding. Any 6s, -3 to your save. So you get no save.
Okay, so it is strength 5.
Strength 4.
Toughness 5, so you need 5.
On your fire warriors?
Oh no, fire warriors.
Yeah.
Toughness 3. Sorry.
Toughness 3.
So you need
3s.
My bad.
Alright, so there is no 6s there, but you have so far 7 saves.
Do you want me to save those first before you roll more?
I'll just roll more. Okay. 7. Because if I get any 6s, there's 3 guys that are instantly killed, no saves whatsoever.
And
4 guys in
there. There's only 1 guy left, so 1 more 6.
And then 2 5s and 2 3s, so there's 11 saves you need to make.
So 1 more 6 in there.
Yeah.
Total.
And there it is, another 6.
So they're gone.
So those 4 fire warriors are dead, and I get to pile into the closest model, which is the cadre there. And these guys have consolidated into the fire cadre. Cadre fireblade, and the shield drones there. So they all get to strike back this turn, but also these guys here, the broadsides, get to strike back.
So they get.
All right, so the broadsides need 5 up. Gonna put them on the Genestealers with 4 attacks. 1 hit.
Strength of 5.
All right, so you need 4s because I'm toughness 5, and you need 3s because it's Genestealers, so 5+ invulnerable save. No, another Genestealer bites the dust. Let's take him off from there. Okay, drones going into the Genestealers have 2 attacks, hitting on 5. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Both miss.
Most miss. Next, the cadre fireblade gets 3 attacks.
Okay.
Hitting on a 3+.
All right. 1 hit.
1 hits. He's strength 3.
So you need 5s to wound. And there's a 6. And there's a 2+, so I lose 1, which I'll just take from the rear here. I did forget this charge over here, but it doesn't really have any difference because they're so far away. So all these guys are just going to pile in. They're 3 inches. And those guys get in like so on them. We'll be striking next. So leader here needs 4+ to hit because of the camouflage suits. He has 3 attacks with his bone sword, which gives you -2 to your armor. Hitting on 4s, so 2 hits.
Okay.
Toughness is
4.
All right, needing 4s to wounds. All right, 2 wounds, -2 to your save.
Yeah, they don't get covered for that, correct?
No.
So -2, it's 4 up invuls. So just 2 of them?
Yep, for right now. Make them both. Next up, I have 6 guys with rending claws in there, or I should say 3 guys with rending claws going in there before I get into my special weapons. Hitting on 4s, so 1 miss. Wounding on 4s, and 6s are good. So you have 3 saves, 4+, they give you -1 normally, but then you got your invulnerable. So 2 wounds on somebody, which means 1 of them's dead. Next up, I'm going to do the rock saws, needing 4s to wound you. Or 4s to hit you, sorry. And so that's 2. I need a 2 to wound you because I'm strength 8 because it doubles your strength. And these do 2 wounds apiece. Alright, so 2s. So you got 2 saves, 4 up because of your invulnerable save. And 1 guy's dead. Lastly is my rock cutter that gets -1 as well. So he actually needs a 5 up to hit you because of the stacking bonuses. And I get nothing. 3 and a 1. And these guys here get to pile in and strike back as well.
Okay. They have...
These guys pile in and strike back, needing 5s to hit with 2 attacks apiece. Oh my goodness, 3 hits on that.
And it's strength 4.
Alright, so you need 3s. And that makes up for that good roll. I have a 5 up save. And I make it. Alright, over here, leadership tests. These guys need to make a leadership test for...
fail on only a 5.
Well, I'm hoping for a 5 then. No. I lost 2 with these guys, so we're fine with a 6. End of the movement for James, round 2. So the broadside stayed still, stayed still, stayed still, stayed still. Oh, wait, these guys fell back, so they can still be shot at. And then the broadsides over here fell back as well. Crisis suits, sorry, I call them broadsides.
Yep.
And then that's it. Everybody else stayed where they are. Starting off the Tau shooting for round 2. The marker lights here shooting into the Valkyrie, I assume.
Yep.
All right.
So needing 5 ups.
Oh my goodness, you got 3.
So 3
that's
is
really good.
In the marker drone.
Yep.
Black needing a 6.
Okay.
Yellow needing a 5.
Going into the Valkyrie as well.
Into the Valkyrie.
Marker lights. Nothing.
Neither one of them tag.
All right, the broadsides here. They're going to be what? Doing what, I should say.
Railguns on the Lehman Russ over there.
All the way over there.
So they are heavy 2.
Okay.
So 4 shots.
Yep.
Needing 4 up. Or no, will he get covered from over here?
Well, that affects my cover save. It doesn't affect your shooting, so you still need 4 ups.
4 ups.
All right, 3 hits.
3 hit. Strength 8.
All right, so 4 to wounds. No wounds. Yes! And the smart missiles, we forgot to say, but they're going into the scions right in front of them there.
Great. So they are heavy 4, but there are 4 of them, so I'll do 8 and 8.
Yep.
Needing 4 ups.
4 ups, yep. All right, so
3, 4. So 4 hit.
4 hits, yep.
On the first batch. And then 5 hit on the second batch.
So 9 hits in total.
So we'll go with, get one more die here. So that'll give me 9 dice. Strength 5.
All right, so needing 3s. And I got 6 saves I need to make, 3 plus.
Yeah, it's a 1, so 6 saves.
3 plus save, here we go. Make them all.
Very nice.
And that one. And these guys are going to use their burst cannons into the acolytes over there.
Yep, that's
8 shots.
4 each, so 8 shots.
All right.
Strength 5, needing 4 up.
All right. And so I see 2 hits.
On strength 5.
So you need 3s to wounds. And 1 wound. And all my guys are in cover, so I need 4 up, which will make it.
There you go.
Moving on over to these fire warriors, and they're shooting into what?
They are firing into the Valkyrie with their pulse rifles.
Okay, so they get a lot of
3
shots.
shots each, because it's rapid fire range. Okay. Cadre Fireblade adding an extra shot each.
All right.
So they will need a 5 up.
That's right.
But get to reroll 1s because of the marker.
That's right. Well, that's a lot of 6s, dude. That's like 4 6s. And then you got a 1 in there so that you can reroll as well.
Thank you. Nope.
Nope. All right, so you got a total of 6 hits.
Strength of 5, so
need 5s. I see 2, and there's 1 underneath the crate.
It's a 4.
Okay, so 2 saves, 3 up. Here we go. Come on, make 2 3-up saves. Make them both. All right, and these 8 guys are also going to target the Valkyrie?
Yep.
And
with their pulse rifles.
Yeah.
And it's in rapid fire range.
Yes,
and again, because the unit itself is within 6 inches of the Cadre Fireblade.
Yeah, that guy there.
They get an extra shot each for 24 total shots.
Wow.
Rerolling 1s because, again, it's tagged.
Wow. Wow, let's see what happens. So this is first 12.
Yep.
Needing 5s to hit, rerolling 1s. Oh, man. So that is a whole whopping
7
hits out of that 12.
And again, reroll 1s.
And you got a lot of hits here too. That's another 6 more, or 7 more.
7 more, so
14 hits.
total, strength of 5.
So we're going to roll 2 batches of 7 for wounds, needing 5s. So 1 wound from there. Next batch of 7 gets 3 more, so 4 3-up saves in total. Let's see if I can make them. Alright, so I fail 3, that puts him down to 5 wounds remaining. Next up is this guy. What are you going to do with him?
He's firing his rail cannon over at the Lehman Russ.
Okay, all the way over there.
He will be firing his pulse carbines, which he has 4 of, into the Valkyrie.
Okay.
So we'll do the carbines first.
All right.
They are assault 2, since there's 4 of them. That's 8 shots.
Yep.
And getting to...
All right, 8 shots, rerolling 1s, hitting on 5s. So that's 4 hits.
And strength 5.
All right, so needing 5s. Not a 1. Now, railgun up next into the Lehman Russ.
It's a heavy 1.
Okay, so hitting on 4s. Nothing. Never mind. Ballistic skill is 3+. I thought it was 4+ like everybody else. My bad. All right, needing 3s to wound. Nothing. You can always spend a command point.
I'm going to. I'm spending a command point.
You haven't spent one yet.
I'm spending a command point at this point because it's getting annoying. Oh,
Nothing. Nothing.
Come on.
Thank you. Crisis suits go next.
Okay, so
firing into the Genestealers?
Yep. So they're going to fire their rapid fire plasma rifles, which I will roll the black dice for.
Okay.
So that's 4 shots. And they're going to fire their missile pods, the yellow dice, which is also 4 shots.
All right. Hitting on
4 ups.
All right. See, and this is what I thought. Everybody was 4 ups. My bad for the hammerhead thing.
Pretty much all. Yeah, that's the thing. They pretty much all are except the hammerheads.
Yep. Hitting on 4s. Oh, no. 2 hits. You can only spend it once, so
yeah.
Once a phase, unfortunately.
Yeah. So
2 hits, which one?
Those are the missile pods, so they are strength 7, AP -1.
Okay, so 2s to wound, or sorry, 3s to wound. Nothing. Nothing into those guys. So the Tau was shooting this turn really wasn't all that effective. There's a little bit of damage into the Valkyrie. We're going to go right in combats next. So we have the drones and the cadre, Fireblade cadre, going into the Genestealers. So
do the drones first.
What unit do you want to do first? Because it rotates back and forth now that there's no chargers. So you pick one of your 2 units, and then I get to choose my Genestealers.
We'll go with the drones.
All right, drones.
So they get 1 attack each. Weapon skill of 5. So 5+.
Yep. 1 hit.
One of them hits. His strength is 3.
Needing 5s to wound. Nothing. All right, my Genestealers are striking back. I am going to do 3 guys onto the cadre. Actually, I'll do 4 guys onto the cadre. The other 7 onto the shield drones, or whatever they are.
Shield
so starting. All right, so we got 10 dice here. So starting off with the guys on the cadre. So we need 2s to hit. They all hit. And
toughness 3.
All right, needs 3s to wound. 6s are really good. All right. So those are -3 to your save, and then these
so you can't save.
And then these are regular -1 to your saves.
Okay, so those 2 can't save.
That's right.
So 1 each.
1 each. So you have 2 damage there, and then you have 4 more from those ones.
And they're just straight up save.
Yeah, a -1.
-1, so 5 up.
Yep.
Okay,
and I still have another 6 dice to roll against you. All right, so 4 more. So that's 6 wounds in total.
That gets them.
All right, Fire Cadre is dead.
Yep.
And I have 7 more guys going on to the drones. Doing 10 at a time here, so that is a whole whopping 28 attacks. So we'll do 10, 10, and 8.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s. So that's 9. Plus 8 is 17.
And then you gotta take 2 out of there.
Oh shoot, yes. I gotta take 2 out of there, so. And so that's another 7 is 24. So roll 10 of these at a time.
Yep.
What's your toughness?
Toughness is 4.
4, okay, so we need 4s. Alright, so these are 1 damage piece, -3 to your save. Do you have any invulnerable?
Well, the shield drone will.
Okay. So and then, yeah, 3 regular saves.
Okay, so 2 invuls.
Yep.
Because of the shield drone for those, I guess.
Yep.
Fails one of them.
And how many wounds does he have?
He only has the 1.
Alright, so he's dead.
So
and then 3 regular saves.
which are
at -1 to your save. So
yeah, so 5 up.
all right, and the other one is dead as well. So these guys will consolidate to the closest model, which happen to be those guys there. And they consolidated into the nearest models there. So, but that does mean that these crisis suits get to strike back
With a big whopping 5 up.
All right.
1 hits.
All right.
Strength of 5.
And needing 3s to wound. All right. Needing 5 up save. Nothing. So another guy here bites the dust. All right, morale time. These guys made all their saves, so they're good. These guys lost 1, so I have to make a test. Actually, they would automatically pass it because they have a leadership 8. So,
right.
But they're good. And the Genestealers over there are within 6 inches of the Patriarch, so they're good as well. All right, my movement phase is over, so the Lehman Russ and those guys are holding back there. Those guys have ran up to that objective. The Acolytes have ran up towards the stealth suits. The Scions have moved over here to hold this objective. And the Genestealers and the Patriarch, I should have just moved the Patriarch right up like so, moved up there. The Valkyrie went into hover mode, so it's staying stationary, and the Primus advanced and is underneath there holding that objective. All right, Psychic Phase. Patriarch doing his mind control into the Hammerhead. And I get it with a 7, so it goes off. I'm just going to borrow this die here.
That's yours anyway.
Leadership is 7, I think. I make it with an 11, so it's all good. So I get to shoot with this thing now. So
I imagine you get to pick its
targets
and
whatever type of attacks I want. Yep.
Correct.
All right, with the mind-controlled Hammerhead, I have 8 shots from the carbines.
Yep.
From the Hammerhead, hitting on 3s. I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's not wounded enough.
All right, so 5 hits. They're going in the Fire Warriors. I think I did pan over there.
3 up.
3 up to. They're all wounds.
Strength. So it's just straight up.
5 up save.
How many wounds was there?
5. Yep.
So 4 up save because that's their armor save.
Okay. And you make them all. Wow, that's awesome. And next, I'm going to be doing the dispersed heavy D6, strength 6, -1 AP into those guys from the pulse cannon. Is it?
It's rail cannon.
Rail cannon. All right, so D6 shots, 5 shots, hitting on 3s, 4 hits, wounding them.
6. So 3 up.
3 up. All right, 3 wounds. -1.
So 3 wounds. So -1. So 3 up to save.
Fail 2. One already has 2 wounds on him, so that's 4 wounds off of that guy there.
He's actually only got the 1.
Moving along into the shooting phase. The Prime here gives these guys take aim. I'm going to do 4 rapid fire supercharged shots into the crisis suits. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. All right, so 2 1s need to be re-rolled. All the other 6 hit. And so 7 hits. Wounding on 3s.
Toughness.
Yeah. All right, so you have 3 saves, -2 to make. At -2.
So 3 of them?
Yep, only
4
4. That one's cocked in there as well. All right, so 2 more wounds to, I guess, that guy that's wounded there.
So he's
Next, I have rap firing hot shot las guns into these guys. Needing 3s, re-rolling 1s. 2 1s in there, so 2 hits so far plus a reroll, so 3 hits, needing 5s to wound you. And 2 wounds, -2, so I guess 4 up saves.
4 ups again.
And one of them dies.
So he dies.
Yes! Bolt pistol into them. Last shot from these guys, hitting on 3, hits, wounding on 5s, wounds, 1 regular save.
2 up.
Plasma pistol firing regularly into that guy. Hitting on 3s, it's a 1. I'm glad I didn't overcharge that.
Does he not get to reroll his 1?
No, because he's not part of the unit. Everything from this squad is going to be going into that broadside there. So I have 2 crack grenades that I'm going to fire, which will be the black dice, and the mining laser, which will be the green die. And it needs a 5 to hit, where the other crack grenades need 4s. All right, so 1 crack grenade hits, wounding on a 3 because it's strength 6, and it's nothing. 3 heavy stubber shots are going into him now, needing 5s, so 1 hit because it moved. Needing 5s to wound, nothing. And the auto guns will need 4s to hit. into the same unit, I should say, as well, with 3 hits and needing 5s to wound. Nothing. 1, 1, and 2. Acolytes over here are going to be shooting into the guys here with their auto pistols. I have 8 shots, hitting on 4s. So 4 hits, wounding on their toughness 3, so 4s as well. So 2. That's fairly statistical. Straight up save, whatever it is, plus 1 because you're in cover. So 3 up.
No, they're regular 5 up.
Oh, okay.
So 4 up.
All right, so 1 guy dies.
1 guy dies.
Neophytes back here are going to shoot everything they have into the stealth suits because they're the only ones in range. Needing a 5 with my heavy stubber into the stealth suits, sorry, and then 4s because they're toughness 4.
Toughness 4, yeah.
Nothing. Mining laser needing a 5. Hits, needing 2. Wounds, something like -6 to your save. Invulnerable save.
4 up in ball. Nope.
Nope. And I think it's D6 damage, so lots. So it is -3 sorry to their save and a D3 damage, which I rolled a 5. It would have been 3, and that was enough to kill one of the stealth suits. So the auto guns in there needs 5s to hit, which 3, and 5s to wound. Nothing. Valkyrie that's hovering is going next, going to do its heavy bolters in that, needing 5s, and then everything else into the hammerhead. So needing 5s to hit with the heavy bolters. Alright, so that's 3 hits, needing 3s to wounds. Alright, 3 wounds, -1, but you're in ruins, so just your straight up cover, or your armor save.
4 up.
Alright, 2 guys die. Alright, here's the last cannon shot into the hammerhead. Needing 5s, no. And the Hellstrike missiles, needing 5s, no. Lehman Rust's going next. He's going to be shooting his last cannon battle cannon here and his heavy bolters into there. So needing 4s for his heavy bolters. And 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. All wounds. -1 to your save.
5 ups.
Yep. Alright, 3 guys down. And the battle cannon gets D6 shots. So 5. Hitting on 4s. That one's cocked. So 1 hit. Wounding on 2s. It's a wound, -2 to your save. So -1 technically.
Oh, right.
Because you're in cover.
5
up. Makes it. And then last cannon hits on 4s. And nothing. Combat's next. Genestealers are going to charge into that. Hammerhead. Definitely in with 5 inches.
Okay. So
you get your Overwatch.
So 8 shots with the carbines.
Yep.
Needing 6 up.
I see 1.
1 hits. So we'll do that one first.
Okay. Strength is?
Strength is 5.
Alright, so 3s. And 5 up in vulnerable save. No. So 1 guy dies.
Okay. And then I get D6 shots with submunitions from the rail cannon.
Yep. 2.
And 6. Nope.
Alright, what's the strength of it?
It was strength 6.
Okay,
But
so...
I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Because of Overwatch.
I get it. Yep. And then these guys get charged in. And then the Patriarch is also going in as well. That's a cocked. So 3 inches.
Which is...
yeah, 2 inches would have been enough. Starting off with the Patriarch on the charge. He has 6 attacks, hitting on 2+. All hits. You are toughness 7.
Yes, because he's at 6 wounds, I believe it's marked.
Yeah, 6
so
wounds.
He still has 7 left. He's still in his first.
Alright, so I need 5 swoons. 6s are really good. There's 2 5s, and I get to re-roll. That was a 5. And then re-roll these 3. So that's 3 saves there with -3 and 1 with a -6, which is no save. That's 3 damage, and then those do D3 apiece.
So needing 6 up.
Yep. Alright, so...
It could be dead.
D3, yeah, that's...
That was a 6.
That was a 6. So that's 6 plus 2 is 8 plus the 1 is 3.
Right, that's yours.
Alright, this one here, gotta see if it blows up, and it's a 3, so nothing.
No, it does not.
Next, he would just then consolidate the closest model, which is the Crisis suits like so. Next up, I have 11 Genestealers here attacking into the Crisis suits. I'm going to roll these 11 dice 4 times just to be on the safe side. Here we go. Hitting on 2s. So I have 9 there.
Okay.
9 plus 11 is 20. Plus 7 is 27. And last one. Come on. And plus 10 is 37 hits. Again, rolling 11 dice at a time. Your toughness is...
on the...
Crisis suits?
Is toughness 5.
Alright, so we need 5s to wound. 6s are minus 3.
So it'd be 11. So I'm just 3 rolls of 11 and a roll of 4.
So there's 2 6s. Those are minus 3. And then I have 1 regular save. So if you want to save those first, I'll just keep on rolling.
Okay, so...
Minus 3 and minus 1.
Okay, so those ones need 6 up.
Yep.
Actually, they need 4 up in Vaughn.
Okay. So 1 goes through. So 1 takes a wound.
Be the back one.
Okay,
and then one minus 1.
Yep.
So it's a 4 up regardless.
Yep. And he's fine. So 11 more.
Yep.
Alright, so you have 1 regular and 1... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. You can roll them both together because they're both 4 up saves. So, alright, another wound.
So he's dead.
Last 11, then that will give me 4 more after that to get up to 37. Alright, so that is 4 up saves.
3 fails, he dies.
Yep. 2.
So he takes 2 wounds.
Yeah, and then last 4 attacks. He has 3 more saves to make 4 up. And he is also down. Alright, so these guys just advance over this way. I forgot to charge these guys, but say la vie. And that is that. Nobody else charged, so we go right in the morale. So he needs to make a test. So these guys need to make a test as well. So we'll start off with what one?
We'll do... These ones can't fail because they only lost 2.
Okay.
So...
That's good.
And they automatically succeed on a 6 anyway.
Yeah.
So...
and then so just the one guy down there then.
He needs on a... He lost 3, so on a 4 or 5 he fails.
Alright. No.
And he's good.
He is 6. Good. End of the movement phase for the bottom of round 3 for the Tau. These guys stayed still. The Fireblade cadre moved over. This guy stayed, just shimmied over a little bit. And then those guys, I think, stayed where they were. And the stealth suit just jumped up onto that crater. So we'll come back with shooting for the town next. Alright, starting off here, we have the marker lights firing into the Valkyrie. You have a lot of shots. 4 shots?
4 shots.
4 shots.
You need 4 up because he's in hover mode.
That's right. 3 hits. 3 marker lights on him. It's a good start.
Again, same way.
Next, this guy here is going to be firing with his marker drone up into the Valkyrie.
Right, so the marker drone is the black die needing a 6,
okay.
And the Fireblade is marker light needing a 5 on the yellow die.
Alright. Nope. Neither one gets it. Starting off here with the rest of the shooting then. The Fire Warriors here firing into the Valkyrie, I believe.
Yep.
Awesome.
Now, they will have 18 total shots.
Yep.
Because there's 6 of them, rapid fire, plus the cadre's aura.
Down there.
So I will roll 9 and 9.
Okay.
We'll roll down here.
Absolutely.
And because of the marker light, I get to re-roll once.
Alright. No 1s, but you're hitting on 4s, right?
Yep. So there's
3 hits.
3 hits. I get to re-roll that.
Yeah. Oh, that's got you another roll. So 7 hits, 8 hits in total.
8 hits
in
total.
I just spoil some of those.
Yep.
My dice are on the other side. There we go.
Is that 8?
That's 8.
Strength 5.
Alright. Oh, that was hits. Hold on, you need a wound still.
Yep.
My bad.
Strength 5.
I'm jumping ahead
what's
here.
What's its toughness now?
7.
It's
toughness
still 7?
doesn't change.
Oh, it doesn't change?
No.
Toughness 7, so needing 5 ups. So
2. Alright, 2 saves. Here we go. Fail 1, make 1. So he's down to 4 wounds remaining.
Okay.
The lone fire warrior here is also going to shoot into that Valkyrie because it has 4 wounds remaining. Not quite in his last sort of bracket.
Re-rolling 1s.
Yeah, hit on 4s. Look at those 2. And 3 hits. Wounded on 5s.
Oh,
nothing.
Come on.
Nothing. Command point.
I'm burning a command point.
Yeah, burn one of them. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, starting off, or continuing on, I should say. You got the stealth suit here, shooting into the Scions, I believe.
Burst cannon with assault 4.
Yep. Which is phenomenal. So, not with that roll, though. I'm sorry, dude. Your rolls were like mine at the beginning.
Yeah. So 1 hit.
Okay, roll the wounds. Needing 3s.
5.
Nothing. We everything from the broadside into the scions now.
Railguns first, needing a 4-up.
Okay. One hit.
Hitting. So that is strength 8.
Needing 2 to wound. Minus
4 AP.
All right.
And that actually does a mortal wound.
So I lose 2, so I'll just take off these front 2, right? Like so.
And then it's D6 damage.
Actually, I'll take off those 2. All right, continuing on with the broadside, the smart missiles. Going in the same guys.
Heavy 4 each. There's 2 of them, so 8 shots.
Okay.
Needing 4 up.
Oh my goodness.
So 5 hits with 5 strength.
Yeah, so 3 wound. And 3 wounds.
Yep, no AP.
All right, so 4 up. Here we go. Make them all. Make them all. These guys are holding that objective. Yep. All right, end of the round. I got to make a morale test for these guys with my leader. They're fine, and everybody else is good as well. James, I think you said we got to call it now, time-wise, but you can see how this was slowly going, and so we'll just come back with the after-action report, have a quick breakdown of the match. All right, guys, welcome to the after-action report. You just saw the match between myself and James, my Genestealer Cult, and his Tau. James, what's your thoughts?
It would have been nice if I could actually wound some things once in a while, but
you could hit.
I was hitting just fine.
Yeah.
But once you were in close, I think that would have been, had we continued, it wouldn't have mattered, and it would have been a clean sweep.
Yeah, the Genestealers on the one side, especially that larger blob, is something that is key. They need to be dealt with. Soon as you see them, because if not, it's like a glass cannon. You know what I mean? You're gonna hit hard. But if you can take it out, exactly. You know what I mean, and endure, that's what you want.
The one thing that did the best were my fire warriors. If I could have got them a little more into an Overwatch situation, then
absolutely,
I could have mowed some of them down.
Yep, I absolutely agree with you, because I have a 5-up save, you know what I mean, with them. They're gonna fall. They're 1 wound apiece, and you got a strength 5 weapon. So
and just that volume of fire, if I could have got them a little better positioned,
I couldn't have sustained that whole entire fire if you focused in on them. You know what I mean?
And the way they swept in was actually they were covered, and I couldn't get LOS on them or anything like that as well. So
I think the one thing that I enjoy actually is the mind control from the Patriarch.
Oh yeah, that was very effective.
Like that,
and
so
that was a bad move on.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a bad move. I was going to
it was, he was in there regardless. It was just
it's interesting. It's interesting. The stealth suits, I like those guys actually.
They're very
2+ save, right?
Well, 3+ save.
Okay,
but then if they get a cover save, it makes
that's what it was. That's right.
2+. Yeah, but with the shield, that extra 4 invul.
They just get annoying. And on top of that, the camouflage.
Oh yeah, and you're a -1 because of the camo. And they're just so hard to hit and hurt. But once you hurt them, like if you hit them, they die easy.
But it's just hitting them in the
broadsides over there, which as much as you did, you only took one of them out.
I know.
You even wound the other one.
6 wounds, 4+ save, and vulnerable save at that.
Because they have the shields. I gave them shields. But, and then they have a 2-up armor save on top of that.
That is insane. Well, that's I liked it. It was interesting. We'll have to get together again and change the list up maybe and get some
if I know I'm facing something like this again, I'll be bringing more fire warriors and crew. Maybe not hammerheads, more crisis suits.
The broadsides are really good. I would, you know what I mean, if you have more broadsides, that's something that
that'd be the other thing,
dangerous. So
replace the hammerheads with a couple of broadsides.
James, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming out.
Guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe as well. Jump over to our Patreon page. You can pledge and lend us your support there. Until next time, ignite your hobby.